Now, by film.
Now this is the last.
Imagine taking a bungee cord like he has for his wrestling dummy, and imagine, hold that, imagine putting it at the, and this is the limb, the very back of the limb. Move out far enough. Now we have what? We have resistance. So he doesn't even have to what? Worry about pushing on it. Now we can run that arc, alright? We can run that arc. Resistance increases like it does in real life. Alright, and if we had a pin down little hinge or hook, something that we can lock that to without it what? Being damaging or dangerous to the player. I mean, man, this is a great way for us to work that resistance, bam, and work that movement and feel what we need to feel. Because wrestling and football are about feel. You've got to feel when to hit it. If you hit it when he's no resistance, he'll just pull away and recover. But if you press on him like most athletes do, then what? Then there's a chance to hit him. There's arm over work. There's arm under work. We can double up the bungee if we wanted to. Let's grab another stick here. I'm jumping all over, but there's arm under, arm over, or there's frontal. This is like a man who's dealing with a double strike or a double jab. All right? We can work split moves. So if you're coming off the ball, we can work, he comes up to jab me, I can work split moves. I can work split moves, straight! So we're working the counter between what? Using his force to using my own. And if we learn to do that, man, there's not an offensive lineman in America. Now people say, well, what about the offensive lineman? They can use the same what? The same combat arms to deal with what? People coming at them. They can use the same thing. Imagine if an offensive lineman sitting back trying to block, and this guy is running me over. They can work on what? They can work on getting pressure off of that person, rerouting people, and still work on their strength. If you ever watch an NFL offensive lineman, here's what they do. Press on me hard. They just hold on for dear life. Oh, shit. Nobody ever does this. And because of the lead of the athlete, put your sticks down. Put them down for a minute. Because of the lead of the athlete, this is the defensive lineman in the NFL. If they would just learn to use these weapons, and they'll be able to learn to use these weapons with a combat arm. The combat arm will teach them that there's no worry. Because the whole world is saying, the arms are outside, you're not the offensive line. What are you talking? Oh, you're taught to hold that inside, right? But what if this guy's overpower you? You got that weight off. And then you go back to your strike. So these combat arms give them a variety of things we can do. Another example to close out the day is this. And I'm jumping around a lot, but I think he'll get a feel for it.
Yeah, he'll have a good idea now.
Is simple hand throws or hand pit, I call them wrist pits. A lot of times, if this ends up occurring to a defensive player, a lot of times there's a wrestling match going on. Well, in football, you have 2.5 seconds or less to get out of the fight to the reward called the ball. So we have to practice these things. We can't practice one another because he will never give you a real look. And because of the fact there might be injury involved, now we can what? We apply a force and we work on what? The combination of hits. Alright? Slow motion, the combinations of movements, lift, throw, hook, elbow high, run. Alright? So we can work a lot of different combinations. Slide, pit, throw. Alright? These are combinations we can do over and over and over, just like wrestling. And by having combat arms, he's happy because as a coach or player, he walks away with, yeah, I'm not hurt. And again, one thing I do want to point out, and I think we've got a lot of good stuff on here, I hope, Larry.
You do. This is perfect.
Another thing that we can point out is this. A thought that I had today when I woke up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. If there's a chance of putting a combat arm, or at least half an arm, on the other end, then we can work, if you knock it down, I can work what? The other arm coming out. A lot of times in martial arts, we use both sides.
Yes.
All right? And in football, what I've tried to do with them, say, why not? So if we can almost have an area that is normal grip, and a combat arm, and I call it, we call it a double arm, double combat arm, whatever term we want. That might be a tool that coaches say, I'm going to have one of those, and one of the ones without, and we can work the frontal stuff, but we also work the combination of stuff. So that the player's working on action, reaction, action, reaction. Action, boom, reaction, down. Reaction, reaction. And man, there's endless combinations of things that can be done. You hold it. Alright, so slow motion, I'm attack. Boom. Alright, boom. Boom, boom. And I can work a million different things stepping up the ladder. Going up the ladder around. Then I can lock them up in the underarm or overarm position. I can work different combinations.
Again.
With the wrist pep. I can work frontal wrist peps with high elbows. All things that are legal for football and doable. They don't take a nuclear scientist. And there's probably another 25 different combinations, but at least you'll kind of feel how I'm using these. And what I need to do is feel this. I need to feel these things. Obviously, if you're doing it to me, I can change and vary the degree of resistance. I apply a lot of force. I apply very little. I can hold it firmer, so when he does the combination moves, he has to understand that, hey man, that's going to be realistic. So that we can vary that. But that's easy on me. That's easy on you or you. You can tighten it up as much as you want. When you place it already as if it's already landed, and work on the moves off of that, so we're working the best of scenarios. He comes, he doesn't touch me, run to the quarterback, alright? He comes, he does touch me, I do different combinations. He comes, he hits me, I come over, he comes on the other side, I block. And there's a million different ways to combine these things, but we understand that by having this tool, last word, one time to repeat again, by having this tool, he's not bruised a bit. By having this tool, I can apply deflection techniques with forearm, for example, and strikes, and still maintain a safe distance so that combination has worked.
Super.
And what we've done, one last example, what we've done, like say at Michigan State, we've come with force where sometimes, oh shoot, he got me, and rather than stay there like some athletes would say, well, he won't let go. So now we teach him to get rid of it. Now I'll work a lot of different combinations, off one step or two, depending on how we enter his space.
Beautiful. And
what position we are in this layering system. This is why I'm excited about it. And Ivan, Stefan, let's do it.